always.
The Scooters Coffee Mama.
The following is a presentation of the Ad Astra Sports Network, leading the way in regional sports coverage. Your home for the McPherson Bullpups is 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. Find exclusive Bullpup content online at adastraradio.com, including schedules, stories, and game day audio. Just ahead on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game, we'll preview tonight's matchup. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. The McPherson Bullpups play here.
At Midway Motors, we are here for you for every mile of life. Whether you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or selling one, Midway Motors will buy your vehicle even if you're not in the market to buy one of ours. Just stop by one of our 5 locations and one of our appraisers will evaluate your vehicle and you can leave with a check the same day. It's fast and easy. Visit MidwayMotors.com for more information. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Well, good morning and happy Friday. Hope you are up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, getting ready for some basketball here on 98.9, 1540 KMCP. The McPherson Bullpups continue the McPherson Invitational this morning as they are in the consolation semifinal after falling to Blue Valley last night, where in just a few minutes they host the Thunder of St. James Academy. Thank you for tuning in to 98.9, 1540 KMCP, AdAstraRadio.com, the Ad Astra Radio mobile app, and streaming live on Ad Astra TV. With studio engineer Mitchell Bruce and live stream coordinator Jeremy Snap, I'm Lane Gillespie, broadcasting to you live courtside from the McPherson Roundhouse. Well, again, if you missed it earlier this week, these games were moved up because of the incoming winter storm coming in tonight. If you take a look out your window, though, it might have a little bit of a head start, though, as there's already some flurries coming down in McPherson. But it's a chance for teams like St. James Academy, like the 2 teams that just played, Topeka Seaman and Lawrence Free State, to head on home early before the winter storm hits their area, as the games tomorrow were rescheduled for next Saturday, the 31st, which will run in conjunction with the Mid-America Classic. This is the first all-time meeting between McPherson and St. James Academy in both of their programs' treasured histories, and today they'll look to try to get a noon tip-off next Saturday. Whoever wins will play Topeka Seaman in the 5th place game next Saturday at noon. Whoever falls will play in the 7th place game next Saturday, bright and early at 9 o'clock in the morning here in the Roundhouse. So that's what's at stake here today. Both of these teams coming off of losses, looking to turn things around. We'll preview more coming up next in the Midway Motors Drive to the Game right after this. You're listening to McPherson High School Basketball as part of Midseason Tournament Weeks, brought to you by Hutch CC on Ad Astra Radio.
Or on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. Streaming online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app. The McPherson Bullpups play on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Life is a series of moments, big moments, small moments, moments you want to bottle up so they can last forever. At Edward Jones, we want you to make the most of all of them. Whether you're planning for the trip of a lifetime, retirement, or just need some everyday advice along the way. That's why an Edward Jones financial advisor, like me, works with you to build personalized strategies for today and tomorrow. Life is for living. Let's partner through all of it. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor, Aaron Mayfield. Call me at 620-241-4484. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Struggling to catch your breath? Whether it's asthma, COPD, or pulmonary dysfunction, Hutchison Pulmonology Associates are here to help you breathe easier and live life to the fullest. Don't let breathing problems hold you back. With expert care and personalized treatment, we're here for you every breath of the way. Visit hutchregional.com or call 620-513-4800 today. Breathe better, feel better with Hutchison Regional.
Bullpup pride with apparel from Artshirt, gear for sport at 211 North Main, downtown McPherson. We offer a wide variety of apparel for everyone in the family, offering sizes from newborn all the way to 4X. We wish all the student athletes a safe and successful season. Go Bullpups!
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. We get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, crops, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we've been the #1 ag insurer for 25 years. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Call Farm Bureau agent Luke Bauer in McPherson at 620-241-0225.
#1 ag insurer across our territory, 1996 to 2021 SNL P&C Group Direct Written Premium.
More of the Midway Motors Drive to the Game coming up. Midway Motors in McPherson, Newton, Hutchinson, and Hillsboro. For every mile of life. Your home for the McPherson Bullpups is 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Living the sweet life at So Swedish in Lindsborg. Explore Swedish candies you won't find anywhere else. Plus all the classic favorites you love. Bring the kids or just the kid and you. Living the sweet life at So Swedish, downtown Lindsborg.
At McPherson Center for Health, we're dedicated to caring for you close to home. From routine checkups to advanced medical care, we're here when you need us. McPherson Center for Health, caring for you close to home.
Even trying to enjoy a fun event can be difficult after the loss of a loved one. Unanswered questions, feelings of stress and grief are only natural. As the owner and director of Inman Funeral Home, I bring over 25 years of experience bringing comfort and empathy during time of loss. Rely on me to guide you through all aspects of planning a funeral service with compassion, dignity, and respect. I'm Athena Johnson with Inman Funeral Home. Find me at inmanfh.com.
Hey Bullpup fans, want to make a real difference in McPherson? Join the Bullpup Booster Club today. The Bullpup Booster Club proudly supports all student programs and activities, helping our teams, clubs, and organizations succeed. Your membership helps fund uniforms, equipment, and so much more for our students. By supporting the Booster Club, you're backing all of the Bullpups. Visit bullpupbooster.com to join today. Together we're stronger. Go Bullpups!
Hello, I'm Gloria Schrader, a proud McPherson parent and grandparent who believes that teamwork is key to reaching our goals. Working in the claims department at Farmers Alliance, I love seeing our company unite to support our policyholders through tough times. Being a part of a team that helps people rebuild their lives is as awesome as a victory in the big game. At Farmers Alliance, we're excited to be part of this amazing community and thrilled to cheer on all our local teams to success.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back into the McPherson Roundhouse. We continue pregame coverage of McPherson High School basketball here at the McPherson Roundhouse for the McPherson Invitational. Day 2 is underway. This is the second consolation semifinal, as the other semifinal games that are coming up later, that being the winner's bracket semifinal. The first one is at 1 o'clock, and that would be between Hutchinson and Derby, and then the other one at 2:30 between Blue Valley and Bishop Carroll. McPherson facing St. James Academy here in the second consolation semifinal. Whoever wins this matchup moves on to the 5th place game to face Topeka Seaman at noon next Saturday. Whoever falls will play at 9 a.m. next Saturday to start off an 8-game stretch in the McPherson Invitational Mid-America Classic conjunction due to the winter weather coming in the area, deciding to screw things up for not just here, but pretty much the entire Sunflower State. So that's going to be a busy day at the Roundhouse next Saturday. But today, trying to finish things off, and especially for the teams that have a lengthy ride back home. I mean, we just saw a couple with Topeka Seaman and Lawrence Free State. They got to get home as soon as possible to avoid the winter storm coming to the area. The latest reports see about up to 8, maybe 10 inches of snow, and in some areas, in some local areas, maybe a foot of snow. And it's a number that's been pretty much trending towards the upwards direction over the past 72 hours, basically. So that's why a lot of people have taken special precautions, including here at the McPherson Invitational. There's teams from all around the state. I mean, St. James Academy, just outside of Kansas City. Also Lawrence, Topeka, Wichita, around that area. So, of course, they want to make sure everybody gets home safe as everybody prepares to pretty much stay indoors all weekend long, which if you're able to stay indoors all weekend long, please do. Make sure to stay safe and stay warm out there. It's also very treacherous temperatures outside right now. I came in just a little bit before 10 o'clock this morning to the Roundhouse, and I had to be covered from pretty much head to toe. I think the only part of my body that was not covered from head to toe were my eyes when I came in, because it was that cold outside, having to come in from the parking lot. But now they say the best thing about basketball, it's played indoors in a climate-controlled environment like here at the Roundhouse. But let's talk about this game, shall we? McPherson, following their loss yesterday, 81-51 against Blue Valley, they enter 6-6 on the year. That loss yesterday snapped a 4-game winning streak for the Bullpups. And that was yesterday after shooting 36% themselves, which wasn't the worst night they've had shooting this season by any stretch of the imagination. But they allowed Blue Valley to shoot 63% on the floor. They finished 34 for 54 on the floor. McPherson had 14 turnovers and basically struggled on both ends of the floor, especially shooting from the perimeter. They were 4 for 19 on three-point shots yesterday, 19 of 52 shooting overall. They were out-rebounded 32-23 yesterday, and they actually led the rebounding battle at halftime. But again, that was a really tall team that they had to go up against yesterday. The team they're going up against, not quite as tall. They have quite a few athletes on this team, but nobody in this team is taller than 6'4" for St. James Academy. But they all are about the same height, ranging from 5'11" to 6'4". So it's pretty much a jack-of-all-trades kind of team, but McPherson's Eli Reasoner did a good job in the low post yesterday, especially going up against a guy that was 6'10". Yesterday, Eli finished with 16 points to lead the team. He also had a team-high 6 rebounds for the Bullpups yesterday. Not bad for a 6'4" freshman by any stretch of the imagination, at least starting to hold his own against a really good 6'10" guy. However, that 6'10" guy yesterday by the name of Parker Seitel had 23 points, which did not lead the team. It was the second highest, but he was terrific from the three-point line as he shot 3 for 4 from behind the arc and 9 of 12 on the game. But the leading scorer for Blue Valley was Brendan Walsh, and I was talking with athletic director Shane Bacchus and a couple of other guys, and I said that those two guys have to have one bad game for them not to be the McPherson Invitational MVP once this is all said and done next Saturday. Of course, that'll be all put together by some members of the media and also all of the coaches put together when they put in the all-tournament teams, and whoever comes in number one in that ranking in the all-tournament team is named the MVP. Gabe Pyle was the MVP for the last 2 years for McPherson High School, but it will likely be somebody different this year, especially probably not from McPherson High School with them losing in the first-round matchup last night against Blue Valley. St. James Academy last night, they fell to Bishop Carroll. Now, they had a lead for the majority of the game, and in fact, they led by 10 points with about 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. But Bishop Carroll turned it around, got past St. James Academy, and took the lead late to defeat the Thunder 54-48 last night. Their leading scorer was Grady Ogden, and he only had 12 points, all of which from behind the arc. He shot 4 for 7 from deep. This is a team that out-rebounded Bishop Carroll 34-25, but they had 23 turnovers, and that was their kryptonite yesterday, falling to Bishop Carroll, and also allowing them to shoot 37%. Now, St. James shot 44%, but they attempted 20 fewer shots because they had 23 turnovers on the game. So that was the big difference maker yesterday in their loss to Bishop Carroll, and they're going to try to turn that around this time to try to defeat the Bullpups here today and have St. James move on to the 5th place game next Saturday. Again, this is a team that with not a ton of size, but they have some good shooters on this team. St. James Academy usually does. They enter 7-5 on the year, but they are on a 3-game losing streak. They were 7-4 entering the tournament, which gave them the number 2 seed entering the McPherson Invitational Tournament. But they are on the cusp of a 3-game losing streak, which started back on the 15th of January, where they fell to Junction City, and then to Shawnee Mission South not long after, and then yesterday falling to Bishop Carroll. Their last win was against St. Michael back on the 13th, where they won 78-63. And for the second straight game, McPherson playing against a team from the Eastern Kansas League. Entering this week, St. James Academy is 1-1 in league play, putting them tied for second. But the way that their standings are, they have one team in first being Blue Valley West, two of them in second, tying at 1-1, that being Bishop Miege and St. James Academy. And then they have four teams that I put down tied for fourth because they have not played a league game yet. And then the team in last, being St. Thomas Aquinas, is 0-2 in league play. So that's why I kind of had that those standings put together as such going into this week for the Eastern Kansas League. While meanwhile for McPherson, one bright spot that they're looking at after having a rough start to the season, they're number one in their league in the Division III, the Ark Valley Chisholm Trail League, with a 4-1 record. So that's a bright spot for them as they look to turn it around, especially here today and following this tournament. Now, again, I mentioned the final day will be next Saturday, but the next game for McPherson after today will be Tuesday, as they were already scheduled to play against El Dorado on Tuesday. So that is still on as scheduled as of now. When we return, we'll give you the starting lineups and tip-off. This is Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
Motors Drive to the Game continues after this. Stream the Bullpups all season with live audio and video on the free Ad Astra Radio app. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Hey there, I'm James Dunlap from Farmers Alliance. Just like a winning sports team huddles up before the big game, we know that having a solid game plan in place ahead of time is key. At Farmers Alliance, we've got your back when it comes to protecting your loved ones before the unexpected strikes. Don't wait for a crisis to hit. Chat with your friendly, independent insurance agent today, whether you need to draft a plan from scratch or level up your existing one. Our Farmers Alliance team is here to prepare you for life's curveballs. Don't hesitate. Get in touch with your Farmers Alliance agent now.
Need reliable electrical work? Call Head Electric in McPherson. We are locally family-owned and committed to providing quality electrical services. Give us a call at 620-241-3757 or visit headelectricinc.com.
The Bradbury Company, headquartered in Mound Ridge, is a family-owned custom equipment builder, and they're hiring qualified candidates for manufacturing roles. Apply online at bradburygroup.com. The Bradbury Company, wishing the best of luck to all the teams.
With NextTech Wireless, get truly unlimited data as low as $40 a month. And get the latest devices like the iPhone 17 on us. iPhone 17 has a 6.3-inch ProMotion display, Ceramic Shield 2, all 48 megapixel rear cameras, center stage front camera, A19 chip, and more. NextTech Wireless, celebrating 20 years of connecting Kansans.
The hub where good times spin, brick of it up where dreams begin. Brewed and baked just for you. The hub's the place for something true.
Hey, it's Sammy from the Hub Brick Oven and Brewery, inviting y'all to join us in Mound Ridge. The station, Coffee and Bakery, is open at 7:30 a.m. Monday through Saturday for all your coffee, bakery, and ice cream fixes. Don't forget to try one of our delicious appetizers. Our brick oven is fired up from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Come get your grub at the Hub.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to the McPherson Invitational here at the McPherson Roundhouse, where the Bullpups are getting ready to take on the Thunder of St. James Academy here today. The winner of this game moves on to the fifth place game next Saturday at noon. Whoever falls will face off against Lawrence Free State in the seventh place game at 9 a.m. next Saturday. And again, that was because of the schedule changes coming about due to the winter storm hitting the area. And in fact, it may have had a head start. If you look outside, it's already kind of snowing outside. So, just something to keep an eye on. In fact, just looking outside, or just looking at the forecast, a little bit of flurries have shown up. Now they are going to end pretty soon. In fact, within the next couple of hours. And then, of course, that's when the big system comes in later tonight. Before we give you the starting lineups brought to you by Act 360 Insurance, let's thank some of our sponsors for helping bring you coverage of Bullpup basketball here today, this morning as well. Those include Act 360 Insurance with Darren Eddy and Cody Moores, RC Heating and Cooling, Great Plains Federal Credit Union, Edward Jones McPherson, Art Shirt Gear for Sport, McPherson Booster Club, Farmers Alliance, NextTech Wireless, McPherson College, Idea Tech, Prairie Hills Financial with Glen Snell, and Pleasant View Home. Just like yesterday, McPherson is the represented away team on the bracket, but on the scoreboard they'll be represented by Pups because it doesn't say home on the scoreboard, it says Pups. And then the visiting side on the scoreboard will be St. James Academy, but they're the represented home team on the bracket here today. Now, if it said home and visitor on the scoreboard, it likely would be McPherson would be on the visitor, but it doesn't. It says Pups and visitor. Let's give you the starting lineups brought to you by Ag 360 Insurance. Starting off with the McPherson Bullpups. They are as follows: 6'3" senior Cade Strathman, 6'2" senior Jet Pyle, 5'10" junior Ashton Malm, 6' junior Cole Cooper, and 6'4" freshman Eli Reasoner. Again, for McPherson, that's Strathman, Pyle, Malm, Cooper, and Reasoner. For the St. James Academy Thunder, they are as follows: 5'11" sophomore Luke Kolich, 6'1" junior John Hornback, my apologies, 6'3" junior Corey Kirkner, 6'3" sophomore Jace Wright, and 6'3" senior Luke Bossy. So again, for St. James, that's Kolich, Hornback, Kirkner, Wright, and Bossy. Starting lineups are brought to you by Ag 360 Insurance. Ag 360 Insurance is here to partner in your legacy. Contact agents Darren Eddy or Cody Moores in Inman. Again, with McPherson being the represented road team, they will be in their road red unis, red jerseys, and red shorts with white lettering and numbering on the front and back, spelling Bullpups above the numbers. St. James Academy's primary colors are blue, red, and white. They're in white jerseys and white shorts with blue and dark red trim, more like a maroon red trim, with blue lettering and numbering on the front and back, spelling St. James above the numbers. Those those uniform combos are brought to you by McPherson Laundry and Dry Cleaners. It's where to take your clothes. In the background, you can hear the McPherson High School band. It's cool, pretty cool of them to show out here for this morning matchup for McPherson High School. As tip-off is in just a couple of moments, the starting lineups are being announced as we speak. St. James Academy, the number 2 seed, fell yesterday to Bishop Carroll, and McPherson, the number 6 seed, fell to number 3 Blue Valley yesterday. So the winner of this game again plays in the 5th place game next Saturday. Whoever falls will play for 7th place next Saturday. But it should be a fun one here tonight, as with the quick turnaround, McPherson looking to find a spark, find some energy, and get past the St. James Academy team. And a way to do that is possibly to hit them where it hurt them yesterday for St. James Academy, that being with the 23 turnovers that St. James Academy had yesterday. They shot pretty well at 44%, but as I mentioned earlier, they took 20 fewer shots than Bishop Carroll did yesterday because of the 23 turnovers that they had, forcing only 9. They spread the wealth with the offense. In fact, everybody that played scored for St. James Academy yesterday. Grady Ogden was the leading scorer with 12 points. He was a starter yesterday, but he is not starting in this one, as again, the starting lineups are Kolich, Hornback, Kirkner, Wright, and Bossy for St. James Academy. Pretty decent showing, especially for an 11:30 tip-off. A good student section as well. They've kind of extended the student section a little bit to the section on the left, and they're about 3 or 4 rows deep, maybe a little bit further, but these are a rowdy bunch, and it looks like camo day, or at least some have gone with that. Some have quite as not, but at the same time, they did have school today, so it would be hard for the teacher to see them in their seats. That's a camo joke. But either way, we're about to get ready. Reasoner at midcourt against Wright. Toss of the tap, one in McPherson's side, but St. James comes down with it, being Hornback. So St. James has it first, and we are underway at the roundhouse. They go from right to left as we view the floor. Hornback has it near side, drives, double team comes, handoff to Wright. Now on the drive, Kirkner shoots, misses short. Good defense by Pyle, rebounded by Reasoner. McPherson's first possession on offense. Strathman on the near side, high pass into Reasoner. He had a team high 16 yesterday. Far side Malm into the corner for Cooper. High pass now into Reasoner. They'll go back to Malm and slow it down. Cooper on the near side. He had 7 points for McPherson yesterday. Kicks to Pyle. Pyle with a jab step. 12 on the shot clock. Crossover move. Still no score. Far side now out to Malm. Shot clock down to 7. Malm drives into the corner. Cooper, he's open for a 3. Misses short. Long rebound. St. James has it. They could have gone in stride, but they did not. They'll slowly work up the floor. On the far end, Wright gives it up top of the key to Kolich. The sophomore who got the start today did not get the start yesterday. Now top of the key with the ball. Bossy on the right wing, now into the corner for Wright for 3, and he hits. Jace Wright, the 6'3 sophomore, gets it to go to start off. It's 3-0 St. James Academy, a minute 20 in. Pyle, he'll try to answer with a 3. He does! Jet struggled from distance yesterday, but he's 1 for 1 to start off. We're tied at 3. On the drive, tough layup over Reasoner, misses. Rebound McPherson. Good defense by Eli. Malm, far side for McPherson. Gets a screen. Spins, far corner, Cooper. Bounce pass into Reasoner. Reasoner turns, fakes, shoots, rolls out, but a foul called. You may have heard Coach Kinnaman yell, "Get in!" Yelling the ball to get in the basket. It did not, but Eli will shoot 2. Luke Bossy called for the foul. His first, team's first, and Eli at the line for 2. First free throw, good. Yesterday, Eli went 2 for 4 at the free throw line, but again, a team high 16 points, 6 rebounds. Second free throw, good as well. 5-3 McPherson after the 2 free throws by the freshman Eli Reasoner. 6:10 to go, first quarter. Near midcourt, Bossy with the ball. Tried to kick far side, but they throw it away, out of bounds, into McPherson. Bullpups get it back. Up 5-3, looking to turn it around today after falling by 30 to Blue Valley yesterday. Pyle on the drive, baseline, under the basket, reverse, misses, rebounded by St. James. Took an awkward spin off the top of the backboard. Here come the Thunder, far side, an open 3 for correction by Kolich, misses, ball tipped high in the air. It finds a St. James player who shoots and misses, but he's fouled. And going to the line for 2, I believe will be Luke Bossy. Nope, it will be John Hornback, and a foul called on Jet Pyle. His first, team's first, and Hornback at the line for 2. First free throw, good. As a team yesterday, the Thunder went 8 of 12 at the free throw line. Second free throw, good as well. Hornback goes 2 for 2. It's tied at 5 with 5:40 to go in the first. Here comes Ashton Malm up the floor with a left-handed dribble. Top of the key, Cooper, far side to Pyle. Pyle gives it to Cooper, who got a screen. Holds the ball, now drives baseline. Tough layup, goes in off the window. Cole Cooper showing his stripes, the first made 2 of the game for McPherson. Now inside, tough layup, misses, but they'll call a foul on Strathman for arm contact. And St. James will go back to the line for 2. I believe Hornback will go back to the line. But Cade called for his first foul, team second. And Hornback indeed shooting 2 again, where he went 2 for 2 in his first trip. McPherson currently up 7-5. First free throw, good. Only one made basket, which was a 3 by Jace Wright in the far corner early in this game, which in fact were the first points of the game. Second free throw. In and out, rebound, tipped. Reasoner had it, but it goes out of bounds off of St. James, and it will go back to McPherson, who will still hold the lead, but just by 1 point, just the slimmest of margins. Starting 5 still on the floor for both teams. Nobody's gone to the bench yet. Cooper has it near side. High pass into Strathman under the basket. Far side, Pyle open for a 3. Short, rebounded by St. James. Hornback up the floor. High pass into the corner was tipped, but it finds Wright. Another 3. Way too strong. Rebound tipped, and it finds St. James. Tough shot misses. Ball tipped again, and the Thunder get it back. Here's a tough shot. Wright misses. Ball tipped out of bounds. Off of McPherson, they say, and it will go to St. James Academy again. And Paxton Ingalls will come in for McPherson for Cade Strathman. 3 offensive rebounds on that possession, and St. James will be rewarded with an extra possession. They trail only 7-6. Played into Wright. He'll try again for 3, and this time it falls. Second 3 of the game for Jace Wright. He has 6 points, and it's 9-7 St. James. Cooper into the corner for Ingalls. Drives baseline, and was he bumped? Yes. Foul called on St. James on the drive. Foul on Jace Wright, his first, team second, and Strathman will come right back in. Also, Dane Becker in for the first time. Ingalls and Cooper will head to the bench. 4:36 to go first quarter. McPherson with the ball again. They'll throw it in near side to Pyle. Pyle drives, floats, and hits. 5 points for Jet Pyle. We're tied again, 9 apiece. 4.5 minutes to go first quarter. Near side, a step back move by Kirkner, and he gives it up top of the key to Kolich. He gets a screen guarded by Becker. High pass far side. A drive in, a back down, ball loose, and taken away by Becker. The defensive back in football gets the steal. Strathman kicks into the corner for Pyle. Pyle, cross-court feed is intercepted on the other end, this time by Hornback, coast-to-coast inside. Kolich lays it in with the left hand. St. James retakes the lead, 11-9, 4 minutes in. Strathman top of the circle, far side to Malm. He fakes, gets a screen, defender closes in. Malm on the drive, turns, tough shot, crawls off, rebound, St. James. Rebounded by Bossy. Thunder push the other direction into the corner for Wright. He fakes a three this time. Tries to back down Pyle, almost lost it. Goes back into the near corner. Cross-court feed, far side. Kirkner, high pass, deflected out of bounds. Nope, they say it was not out of bounds to McPherson. And Cole Cooper will check back in for McPherson. In for the first time is Emmett Peters, a 6'3 senior for St. James Academy. Cooper will check in for Ashton Malm. McPherson still trailing by 2, 11-9 with 3:29 to go first quarter. Here comes Jet Pyle. Up the floor, kicks far side to Becker on the wing, guarded well. Starts his dribble, goes top of the key, bounce pass Reasoner, far elbow. Finds a cutting Cooper, but the pass underthrown and taken away. But a steal by Cooper on the drive, tough layup, crawls off, but a foul. There's the stick-to-itiveness again of Cole Cooper, which we've seen all year long. And Jace Wright gets hit with his second foul, and that is big. Cooper at the line for 2. A bend at the knees, first free throw, short. So McPherson will still trail following this possession, but checking in now for St. James will be Matthew Davis. But he'll check in for John Hornback, so bear in mind, Jace Wright, who has 6 of the team's 9 points, or 11 points I should say, still on the floor with 2 fouls. Second free throw good for Cooper. He's got 3 points today, and it's 11-10, St. James Academy. Wright up the floor, thought about a 3, but fakes. Kicks far side, now into the corner for Davis. Davis stops on a dime, near side, Kolich. Back to Davis, near corner. Almost walked, crosses on Strathman. Double comes, near side. Wright on the drive all the way. Layup blocked from behind by Reasoner. Pyle saves it to Strathman. Here comes McPherson looking to push. It's a 4-on-5 though. Cooper, inside spin, shoots and scores! And here comes Cole Cooper. McPherson up 12-11. Kolich far side, high pass near side to Peters. St. James slows it down. Bossy far side, Kolich double teamed, crosses over, high pass near side, Wright wide open for another 3. Misses off the heel, rebound McPherson. 2:15 to go first quarter. McPherson with the ball up by 1. Cooper tried to find Pyle, but it's tipped out of bounds off St. James, and it will stay with McPherson, but not before McPherson brings Ashton Malm back in, and Grady Ogden will come in for St. James Academy now for Jace Wright, who has the 2 fouls. Jet Pyle will head to the bench for McPherson. 2:13 to go first quarter. McPherson up 12-11. Ashton Malm up the floor, hand off to Cooper with 5 early points. Cooper crosses but lost the handle, take it away. 2-on-2, here come more numbers on the drive. Tough layup is good. Good body control by Peters to get it around Eli Reasoner. He scores to give St. James the lead right back with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Malm steps back, gets a screen, now drives, stops at the free throw line, doubled up, turns, finds Reasoner top of the circle, back to Malm, they'll slow it down. Malm gets a screen from Eli, spins far elbow. Kick it to the near corner, Cooper, high pass, Reasoner on the baseline. Reasoner turns, fades, shoots, misses short, rebounded by St. James. Ogden up the floor, top of the key to Kolich. Steps left, gets a screen, drives, got past Becker. Layup will not count, foul on the floor on McPherson. Believe on Becker for a body foul. Yep, indeed, body contact called on Dane. His first, team's 3rd for McPherson. Jet Pyle will come right back in. 1:26 to go first quarter. St. James Academy with the ball, up 13-12. Eli Reasoner will head to the bench. They'll look to play it in, high inbound near side to Bossy, into the corner for Kolich. Kolich stops near elbow, steps back and gives it up. Peters between the circles. Far side, almost stolen away by Cooper, but now a touch pass into the far side. Now on the near side, Peters for 3, short, rebounded by McPherson. Becker the board, up ahead to Pyle. Pyle gets a screen from Cooper, steps through into the corner. Cooper fakes, drives baseline, high pass Pyle. He'll step into a three. Off the back rim, misses, and we'll have a foul on McPherson on Cole Cooper. And Cole will be called for his first, team's fourth for McPherson with 55.2 to go first quarter. St. James will bring John Hornback back in. He'll replace Luke Kolich. 13-12, St. James Academy. 50 seconds to go first quarter. Pass far side, Bossy. Now top of the circle, they'll kick to the near wing. A screen set for Peters. Kick it to the far corner. Three by Davis is good. Third three of the game for St. James Academy. 3 out of their 5 shots made. They lead 16-12 now. 2 clocks separated by about a second here in this first frame. Malm and Pyle play a game of back and forth. Malm controls back to Pyle far side. They're going to hold the ball for the last shot. Barring a jump ball, McPherson would get the ball to start off the second quarter. 12 on the shot clock. Malm steps back, finds Pyle on the far side. Becker, near side, drives, high pass to Malm with 5. With 4, Malm to Pyle. With 2, Pyle steps into a 3 and hits it! Jet Pyle at the buzzer, gets it to fall, and brings McPherson to within 1 through 1 quarter of play. 16-15, St. James Academy. Second quarter coming up after this. We're back in 30 seconds from the Roundhouse. This is Bullpup Basketball as part of Midseason Tournament Weeks, brought to you by Hutch CC on Ad Astra Radio.
At McPherson College, you bring the dream, we'll assemble the team. Your experience as a Bulldog student-athlete includes a team of coaches and professors dedicated to your success. McPherson College is home to KCAC champions, NAIA All-Americans, and champions of character. We're also home to some of the lowest student debt and highest career outcomes in Kansas. It's a great day to be a Bulldog. Learn more at macbulldogs.com.
Ring in the new year with 120 days of MTC Fiber Internet for free. Make faster internet your easiest resolution by visiting mtcforme.com/getfibernow, calling 877-216-9951, or stopping by one of our offices in Little River, Lyons, Marquette, McPherson, or Sterling. New year, new internet with MTC Fiber Internet.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
1 quarter in the books. McPherson trails 16-15, but a three-pointer by Jet Pyle at the buzzer brought them back to within a point. And McPherson with the ball to start off quarter number 2. They'll go from left to right. Bounce pass Riesener on the near elbow. He's held up, but steps up, drives, layup blocked by Bossy and taken by St. James Academy. Ogden up ahead, kick top of the key, wide open. Peters for 3, misses, rebounded by Pyle. McPherson got away with one there. Here come the Bullpups. Malm, coast to coast all the way, missed a layup, rebounded by the Thunder. They'll slow it down as they didn't have the numbers, but now near corner on the drive. Hornback under the basket, blocked by Riesener and taken by McPherson. Pinned against the backboard, the 6'4 freshman got it to go. High pass, Riesener collects, chucks up a shot that misses wildly, rebounded by St. James Academy. Peters near side finds Davis in between the circles. Kick it to the far corner for Ogden. He chucks up a 3 and hits. His first points of the game. He was the team leader in scoring last night with 12 for St. James, and the Thunder have a 4-point lead. Pyle kicks far side to Cooper. Cooper spins the other direction, crosses top of the key. Backdoor cut into Strathman. He lost it. It's stolen away. Deep pass up ahead to Peters. Peters holds the ball, now finds Ogden. Quick pass into the corner, open 3. Davis, good. Timeout, McPherson. 5 threes given up already by McPherson, and they trail by 7, 22-15, with 6:37 to go in the first half. Coverage of Bullpup Basketball presented by McPherson College. You bring the dream, we'll build the team. Success is a team effort. Begin building yours at McPherson College. Stream live audio and video with the Ad Astra Radio app, powered by Nextech Wireless. The latest phones and devices at the best prices. Be a part of the legacy at the Roundhouse. The McPherson High School Booster Club presents the McPherson Invitational and the Mid-America Classic. The Mid-America Classic being January 29th through 31st. Daily admission is $10. We'd also like to thank McPherson Car Connection, the Boiler House, People's Bank and Trust, Erickson Custom Building, Midway Motors, Prairie Land Partners, American Family Insurance with Steve Barr, Jar Performance Automotive, Iron Horse Financial, Bethany Village Advanced Physical Therapy, and 37 Print Co. 22-15, St. James Academy, 6:37 to go here in the second quarter. KJ Harrison checked in during that timeout for Cade Strathman. Here comes McPherson up the floor. Harrison to Pyle on the near side. Pyle will try a three and hit the three. He's got 11 points. St. James looks to push on the other end. But McPherson there defensively. Here's a steal by Reasoner. 2-on-2 break. Reasoner, Euro, layup, crawls off, but a foul called. Eli going back to the line. He is still yet to make a basket today, but he is 2 for 2 at the stripe so far. But he'll look to bring McPherson closer and make it a one-possession game. Foul called on Hornback, his first, team's first of the second quarter. And Reasoner at the line for 2. The big man shoots and hits the first. Back to a 3-point game. Quick 4-0 spurt by McPherson. Can they build off of that? Second free throw is good. Eli goes 2 for 2. He's 4 for 4 on the day. He's got 4 points. Cole Cooper, Cade Strathman checks in for KJ Harrison and Dane Becker. So starting 5 on the floor now for McPherson. 22-20 St. James Academy. Hornback up the floor, kicks far side to Davis. Davis high pass to Hornback. And McPherson looks like running a zone, but here's an open three. Way short though, long rebound to McPherson. That three was by Davis. Now here come the Bullpups trying to tie or take the lead. Malm near side to Pyle. Pyle gets a screen, top of the key, he's bumped and a foul called. And that will be on Luke Neeson, who checked in recently, his first team second. And McPherson will get a fresh shot clock. Deep inbound, Pyle gets fouled again. This time right in front of us, that one by Hornback, and that's his second foul. Team's third. So a couple of Thunder starting to get into a bit of foul trouble. That's 2 players now with 2 fouls on St. James Academy. McPherson with the ball. Here comes Pyle, top of the key, steps into a three, misses, rebounded by St. James Academy. Far side, they'll try to hit a three. They do. A three by Ogden, his second of the game, and it's 25-20 St. James Academy. 5:25 to go in the second quarter. Malm steps up, free throw line, kicks near side to Reasoner, back to Malm rather. Malm gets a screen, back into Reasoner, free throw lines. Turns far side. Strathman now kicks it to Eli. Eli backs down, turns, fakes, steps up, shoots, and scores. First made basket for Reasoner. He's got 6 points today. 25-22 St. James. On the other end, St. James throws it away. McPherson got away with one again. They have been struggling to guard in the transition, especially in the perimeter. That's something they struggled with this year. They give up 7 threes per game, 7 3-pointers made. St. James is already 6 of 12 today. Malm far side, Strathman gets a fake, now back to Malm on the left wing. Malm drives, fires from 14, short, rebounded by the Thunder. Kolich, near side, into the corner, wide open again, a three, Hess misses, rebound St. James, into Hess, layup, misses but a foul called, and that's Eli's second, or no, that's his first foul, my apologies. Team's first of the second quarter, but 2 free throws coming up for Francis Hess. Out of 8 made baskets for St. James Academy, 6 of them are threes. First free throw's good. They're also now 4 for 5 at the line today. And that puts St. James up by 4, 26-22. Second free throw's good. Make it a 5-point game, 27-22. 4.5 minutes to go, first half. Malm crosses midcourt, far side, kicks to Pyle. Hand off to Malm, back to Pyle. He fakes, now drives baseline all the way. Tough layup is good. Good body control by Jet Pyle. He's got 13 points, and on the other end, a transition basket by the Thunder, and a timeout called by Kurt Kinnaman. Another transition basket given up, this time by Hess, and it's 29-24. St. James Academy. We'll keep it here with 4:14 to go in the first half. That's something Coach Kinnaman talked about yesterday as well in their loss to Blue Valley, giving up transition buckets. This is a St. James team that could run a lot like Blue Valley did last night. They may not have the size, I say, or even, the shooting, but, they've been good as well today. And Blue Valley just shot the lights out last night. But McPherson has given up open looks and given up transition baskets. They themselves are doing better offensively today than they did yesterday. They're shooting 8 of 19. They're 3 for 7 from deep, but Jet Pyle is 3 for 6, and Jet has 13 points. There's only 3 different scores from McPherson today. Jet Pyle, Eli Reasoner, and Cole Cooper. McPherson gets the ball back, 29-24 they trail with 4:10 to go first half. Strathman picks up the ball. Now he needs help. Does anybody know it? He bounces it far side to Harrison. And we'll have a foul in the low post called on St. James Academy. That's the team's 4th. And this foul on Grady Ogden. That's his first. Cole Cooper will come back in for McPherson. He'll come in for Harrison. Next foul would put McPherson at the free throw line and put them in the bonus. Pyle to throw it in, deep inbound Reasoner. Strathman, near side, finds Pyle, open, fires a 3, misses. Long rebound to St. James. Here's a deep pass on the other end. Peters kicks near side, now top of the key. Kolich drives, splits through, into the near side, a fake. Now Peters drives, back to Kolich. He's open for a 3, got it. And another 3-pointer given up. And McPherson now down by 8, their largest deficit of the game. Cooper to Pyle near side. Pyle top of the circle, steps back, crosses, drives, steps back, fake, steps up, kick in to Malm. Not a clean catch, so he'll retreat out in the perimeter. Malm kicks to Reasoner. He'll back down, turns, back out. Malm tries a 3. No, rebounded by St. James. Pass on the near side, Kolich weaves through, drives, lefty layup, misses, but a foul called. And Kolich will shoot 2. And Reasoner called for the foul, his second, team second of the quarter. And now a chance to put St. James up by 10. As Kolich will go to the line for 2, his first trip today. 16-9 advantage for the Thunder in this second quarter. First free throw is good. Dane Becker back in for McPherson. St. James will bring Luke Mossy back in. And one more free throw coming up for Kolich, trying to make it a 10-point lead. That misses short, rebound tipped, and St. James comes down with it. Near side, a 3, misses, and another offensive rebound by the Thunder. A double team, and we'll have a timeout call by the Thunder. That rebound by Peters, and St. James Academy will talk things over, and they'll get a free possession out of it. We'll keep it here. It's another 30-second timeout. 2:50 to go, second quarter, and McPherson got to try to find something before going into the locker room. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Farmer State Bank, Crop Lumber, Mountain Ridge Tractor, Blue Stem Communities, Healthy Quip, Hospice and Home Care of Reno County, Hutch Regional Med Center, Scooters Coffee, Farm Bureau with Luke Bauer, Inman Funeral Home, and Headland Electric. We're also brought to you by Pyle Law. Have you been injured at work or in a car wreck? Pyle Law takes the time to explain your options and give you the benefits you deserve. 33-24 St. James Academy, and the Thunder have the ball. And they'll play it in on the baseline. They look, wide open man in the corner. Here's another 3, good. 3-pointer number 8 given up, and Emmett Peters gets his first of the game, and it's a 12-point St. James Academy lead. Now a 2-3 zone defense shown by St. James as Paxton Ingalls is in. He has it at the free throw line. Kick near side, Pyle, stutter steps, drives, tough layup block, but a foul called, and Jet Pyle will shoot 2. And they'll call this one on Kolich, his first, team's 5th. But this one a shooting foul either way, and Pyle at the stripe. He has 13 points. This is his first trip today. First free throw for Jet is missed short. One more coming up for Jet. Spirit fingers up by the McPherson student section. Free throw rattles in. Pyle goes 1 for 2. It's 36-25 St. James. 2:25 to go first half. Kolich top of the key. Touch pass inside. Layup missed, but a foul called on Becker. 2 free throws coming up. That's Becker's second, team's third, but 2 free throws coming up by Luke Bossy. First free throw for him of the day, misses too strong. One more free throw coming up for him. Second free throw in and out, so he goes 0 for 2. Rebound McPherson. Jet Pyle with the board. Here he comes up the floor, far side to Malm. Left wing kicks to Pyle. Pyle steps up, floats, in and out, rebounded by St. James Academy. Deep pass far end, Ogden, cross-court feed, Kolich. Goes between the legs. Kolich steps back, he drives, spins, kicks near side, here's another 3. Peters misses short, rebounded by McPherson. Deep pass up ahead, intercepted by Peters and tipped out of bounds right in front of us. Out of bounds off McPherson. Matthew Davis will check back in. He'll come in for Emmett Peters. But an 11-point St. James Academy lead, 1:46 to go first half. Best case scenario for McPherson. A good case scenario, I guess you could say. Cut it to within single digits going into halftime. Best case scenario, see if you can go on a quick run and put it to within 2 possessions. Kolich guarded by Harrison. Bounce pass on the far side. Kolich gets it back. Far wing, steps into a tough jumper and scores. Coach Kinnaman pleading for an offensive foul, didn't get one, and it's a 13-point lead for the Thunder. Ingles far side, Harrison, top of the key, crosses over, steps left, turns, now top of the key for Ashton Malm. Malm spins, looks for help, kick near corner, Cooper fakes, now drives baseline, tough layup blocked, got it back, kick into Ingles, and Ingles lost it and it's taken away. Up the floor, Davis into the corner, 3, Ogden, good. Third 3 of the quarter, the 9th for St. James Academy today. 41-25 St. James Academy, 50 seconds to go first half. A 25-10 advantage in this quarter. Harrison tries to answer for 3. In and out, rebounded by the Thunder. Here's a deep pass. They look to push with Kolich. He doesn't have the numbers. He drives. Malm falls down. No whistle. Tough jumper misses. Rebound Ingles for McPherson. And the Pups will hold for the last shot of the first half likely. Down by 16. Malm drives coast to coast. Reach in and a foul called. And Ashton Malm will shoot 2. McPherson's in the bonus. Foul on Francis Hess, his first. And amidst all the foul trouble, it's still been all St. James Academy. 9 of their 13 made baskets are 3-pointers. 2 coming up for Ashton. His first trip today, looking for his first points. First free throw in and out. That makes McPherson 6 for 11 at the stripe today. One more free throw coming up for Ashton. Trying to cut it into within 15. Free throw is good. So he goes 1 for 2, gets his first point of the game. Just the 4th different score for McPherson today. Shot clock turned off, 20 seconds to go first half. Likely St. James will hold for the final shot. Ogden kick far side to Hess. Handoff far wing Davis. Between the legs, 10 to go. Davis double team, steps through, near side. Kolich drives all the way, lays it in with 4 seconds left. Plays it in, Malm, 1 second, half-court heave at the buzzer, misses short. That's the end of the first half. And what a half for St. James Academy, and it's a 17-point lead going into halftime, 43-26. The Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report is next. This is Bullpup Basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
You're listening to the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. Great Plains Federal Credit Union, placing people before profit. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. The McPherson Bullpups play here.
Here's a bright idea: streaming without buffering. It's not 2014. There's no reason for laggy internet and buffering shows. IdeaTech has the technology. It's fiber optic cable. IdeaTech has brought high-speed fiber to 75 communities and counting. Don't put up with outdated internet. Stream without buffering. Another bright idea from IdeaTech.
Get fast, modern IdeaTech internet at ideatech.com.
At Mid-Kansas Credit Union, we live by our motto, grounded in the past, growing for the future. We are a full-service credit union with offices in Mound Ridge and Buhler. Mid-Kansas Credit Union would like to wish all the athletes the best of luck as they compete this season.
This is Derek Fees with APAC Kansas Shares Division. You know we do big projects, but we also want you to know we can help you with parking lots, driveways, and other projects at your home or business. Asphalt or concrete, we're here to help. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112.
This is Lane Gillespie with your Ad Astra Radio halftime report. Let's take a look around the scoreboard for high school basketball yesterday. Starting off in girls basketball, Smoky Valley defeated Trinity Catholic 48-17. Elyria Christian defeated Classical School of Wichita 36-28. Gossel defeated Douglas 50-44. Marion defeated Rural Vista 51-42. Center defeated Peabody Burns 32-24. Inman defeated Larned 56-43. And Little River defeated Central Plains 50-25. In boys high school basketball yesterday, McPherson fell to Blue Valley 81-51. Smoky Valley defeated Southeast of Saline 59-55. Elyria Christian defeated Central Christian 50-39. Marion defeated Douglas 63-47. Rural Vista over Center 59-27. Gossel over Wakefield 42-15. Little River over Larned 78-35. And Inman fell to Cimarron 68-45. There's also been a few updates regarding some college basketball for this weekend. The McPherson College doubleheader, which was scheduled at home against Bethel on Saturday, has been moved to Sunday. Now the women will tip off at 3 o'clock and the men at 5 o'clock. We'll still plan to bring you coverage on 98.9, 1540 KMCP. Also, Bethany College was scheduled to host St. Mary on Saturday, but due to the incoming winter storm, that has been rescheduled to this upcoming Monday. The women will tip off at 6 and the men at 8, and we'll plan to give you those games on Smoky Hills Rock 95.5. Again, be sure to stick with AdAstraRadio.com for all the latest updates regarding the winter storm and any closings or delays that may come about. Expanding the horizons a little bit, the Sunflower Showdown will be on Saturday. Darren Peterson, the star freshman for KU, is listed as questionable for the Sunflower Showdown. He suffered a severe ankle turn against Colorado on Tuesday. Head coach Bill Self said he did sprain his ankle, but not to the extent of it ending his game, praising him for showing his resiliency and fighting through to the finish. But Self said he is not 100%, so he'll look to have his team try to adapt to snap their 3-game losing streak at Bramlage Coliseum. Tip-off in Manhattan is scheduled for 7 o'clock on Saturday. That's your halftime report. More basketball action is coming up after this.
More of the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report is coming up after this. Next, we'll recap tonight's first half stats. Your home for the McPherson Bullpups is 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
We all have to pay taxes, but a tax diversification strategy can help you keep more of your money and help manage your long-term tax impact. Call Ameriprise Financial Advisor Glenn Snell at 620-504-5062 today. Office is located at 223 South Main Street, McPherson, Kansas. Ameriprise Financial, Inc. does not offer tax or legal advice. Consult with a tax advisor or attorney. Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
Experience the best in customer service when you call Alliance Agency Inc. for a Buckeye Insurance Group personal insurance quote. Alliance Agency Inc. can provide insurance coverage to meet your family's needs. Protect your financial future by calling Alliance Agency Inc. at 620-241-0213. Buckeye Insurance Group and Alliance Agency Inc. working together to protect you.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome to the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. St. James Academy uses a strong second quarter, I should say, to lead McPherson at halftime, 43-26. McPherson only trailed by 1 at the end of the first quarter, but St. James Academy went on a run, outscoring McPherson 27-11 in the second quarter. And this 17-point lead is their largest of the game. 4 lead changes, 3 ties, but None as of recent. I don't think there was any in that second quarter at all. Let's run through the numbers. McPherson shooting 33%, 8 for 24 on the game, 3 of 10 from distance, 7 of 10 at the free throw line. Just 1 assist on 8 made baskets. They have 5 turnovers, 2 blocks, and 3 steals. 13 rebounds in total, 1 offensive rebound, but that was a team rebound. And then 12 on the defensive glass. Leading scorer for McPherson, Jet Pyle with 14 points. He's shooting 5 of 11, 3 of 7 from distance, 1 of 2 at the stripe. Eli Reasoner with 6 points and 3 rebounds, shooting 1 of 4 on the floor, but 4 for 4 at the stripe. 5 points for Cole Cooper, all of which were in the first quarter. Then 1 point by Ashton Malm. Kate Strathman, KJ Harrison, Paxton Ingles, Dane Becker have not scored yet. St. James Academy is shooting 14 of 30 on the floor for 47%, 9 of 18 on 3 for 50%, 6 of 10 at the charity stripe. 10 assists on 14 made baskets for them, 6 turnovers for the Thunder, 2 blocks, 5 steals. Leading scorer is Luke Kolich with 10 points, shooting 4 of 7 and 1 of 2 from deep. 9 points for Grady Ogden off the bench, shooting 3 for 4, all of them from deep. 6 points apiece from Matthew Davis and Jace Wright. 5 points from Emmett Peters, 4 from Francis Hess. No points, but a team-high 6 rebounds for Luke Bossy. 22 rebounds for St. James Academy, 7 on the offensive glass, 15 defensively. The biggest places where McPherson has really gotten hurt have been the perimeter defense, leaving up open shooters, because a lot of the threes that were attempted were open shots. Transition defense, forcing quick baskets by St. James Academy, and then, of course, the rebounding battle, which McPherson currently losing that battle by 9 boards through 1 half of play. Second half coming up next. You're listening to McPherson High School basketball as part of midseason tournament weeks, brought to you by Hutch CC on Ad Astra Radio.
Your home for McPherson Bullpup basketball. Find exclusive stories and streaming audio online at adastraradio.com or download the Ad Astra Radio app. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
At Pleasant View Home, you are in control. Our memory care unit offers completely resident-directed care in a safe, secure, home-like environment with 24/7 staffing, private rooms and baths, and a secure outdoor courtyard. Every detail is designed for comfort and dignity. A dedicated activity director ensures every day is full of life, engagement, and purpose. Our staff are specially trained in Alzheimer's and dementia care because every person matters at Pleasant View Home.
Hi, this is Lucas Raleigh with Raleigh Insurance. If you are thinking about shopping your farm or ranch's insurance, let us do the shopping for you with our newly expanded markets and carriers. As an independent agency, we've been working with family farms and large commercial farmers across Kansas for the past 50 years. Check out RaleighInsurance.biz, see me in Little River, or stop by Raleigh Insurance in Inman or Lyons today.
Since 1965, your choice for home, auto, farm, and commercial insurance. Raleigh Insurance. Get your free quote today.
Looking for your next ride? This is Jason. Come see me at McPherson Car Connection, where you'll find quality used vehicles you can trust. McPherson Car Connection. Stop by today for a quick, no-hassle, enjoyable car buying experience.
McPherson's newest lunch and dinner spot is here. The Boiler House at 1725 East Euclid on the edge of the McPherson College campus serves fresh salads, sandwiches, and wraps, plus drinks for everyone. Open weekdays from 11 to 2, 4:30 to 8.
The new Ranke E3 uses high-strength steel because it's tried and true. Why mess with perfection? The industry's highest strength-to-weight ratio is used in all Ranke systems. At Ranke, you can take your pick from a range of materials to fend off corrosion and cater to your specific needs. Contact your local Ranke dealer, Bullseye Irrigation of Inman, today. Ranke uses common sense just like you do. Discover common sense. Discover the new E3. Bullseye Irrigation of Inman is your Ranke dealer. Ranke, more right than rain.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to the Roundhouse. Day 2 of the McPherson Invitational continues. McPherson trails 43-26 against St. James Academy. If McPherson loses today, they will play next Saturday in the 7th place game at 9 a.m. because of the games that are in conjunction with the Mid-America Classic due to the winter storm heading into the area this weekend. Whoever wins will play. If McPherson loses, I'll get to that first. Then if they lose, then they would play Lawrence Free State in that game for 7th place. Whoever wins faces Topeka Seaman for 5th place at noon next Saturday, January 31st. Again, there's been no changes regarding the Mid-America Classic other than the final day. The first 2 days are still good to go, with the first game starting at 3 o'clock and running all the way through the evening. So that'll be a fun tournament as well, but just something to bear in mind. St. James Academy with the ball to start off the second half, going from left to right as we view the floor, shooting 9 of 18 from 3, 14 of 30 overall. Their leading scorer, Luke Kolich, has 10 points. Far side with the ball is Hornback, kicks to the near side. Kolich, another 3, misses strong that time, but an offensive rebound. Turnaround lefty hook is good by Bossy. His first points of the game. He led all rebounders with 6 boards in the first half, but he finally rewards himself with a basket. 30 seconds into the second half, it's 45-26, St. James Academy. A 27-11 advantage in the second quarter by the Thunder. Cross-court feed, Strathman, kick in, Cooper, tough shot up and in. Cooper had 5 points in the first quarter, didn't score in the second quarter. Now he's got 7 on the game, 45-28, St. James Academy. Near side now, top of the key, a fake and a walk by Wright. He'll be called for steps, and a travel call that'll go the other direction. Now McPherson trying to find any spark that they can, which if they can just find a quick spark, I mean, heck, go on an 8-0 run, be within 9 in, just in a couple minutes time, right back in it. We'll see if that will happen though. Malm kicks to Pyle on the near side. Pyle steps up, kicks near side to Strathman. He'll retreat now top of the circle. Far side to Malm. Stop and go move. Malm stops near end, now into the corner for Pyle. Jab step, drives baseline, spins. 10 on the timer. Pyle, bounce pass to Reasoner. Reasoner turns, hooks and scores. Eli with 8 points now. 45-30 on the other end. Inside Bossy lays it in. Reasoner fell down. He would have been there defensively, but he slipped and fell, so Bossy able to score. Now Pyle on the drive, right-hand layup misses. Rebound tip, Pyle got it back. Far side Cooper for 3, short. And they'll let it go out of bounds. 6:11 to go, third quarter, 47-30, St. James Academy. St. James will throw it in. Up the floor, Hornback, who has 3 points, but all of them at the free throw line for St. James Academy. Kolich on the near side, top of the key, 3 on the way by Wright. No, rebound, St. James. Now it's on the deck and a fight for it. St. James comes down with it, and a timeout called by the Thunder. That was close. There either could have been a walk, and honestly, I don't know if he even had possession when they called timeout, but the official in front of the bench called it, and he didn't really have a good angle on if he had possession, but timeout was called by St. James Academy. We'll keep it here. It's just a 30-second timeout called by the Thunder, who have a 47-30 advantage over McPherson with 5:53 to go in the third quarter. Coverage of Bullpup basketball presented by McPherson College. You bring the dream, we'll build the team. Success is a team effort. Begin building yours at McPherson College. We're also brought to you by Next Tech Wireless. Stream live audio and video with the Ad Astra Radio app powered by Next Tech Wireless, the latest phones and devices at the best prices. Be a part of the legacy at the Roundhouse with the Mid-America Classic presented by the McPherson High School Booster Club, January 29th through 31st. Daily admission is $10. That $10, I believe, as well, which I'll double check, but it should go towards both the McPherson Invitational and Mid-America Classic next Saturday. There's a travel on St. James just right off the inbound, so a turnover gives it back to McPherson. 47-30 St. James Academy. 5:45 to go, third quarter. Still a lot of time left, so bear this in mind. Malm bounce pass, tipped, and a fight for the ball on the deck, and we'll have a tie up, the arrow to McPherson. And a reminder, St. James Academy did give up a double-digit lead yesterday. They led by as many as 10 points in the third quarter before falling to Bishop Carroll. Right now it's a 17-point Thunder advantage. Pyle near side, crosses again into the corner. Strathman, he wants a 3. Misses, offensive rebound, Cooper fakes, shoots, no, but a foul called. And Cole Cooper will go to the line. Emmett Peters called for the foul, his first team's first, and Cole at the line for 2. He's got 7 points today. He's 1 for 2 at the line today. First free throw crawls in. Eight points for the junior. Looking for his 9th. Second free throw. Good as well. 2 big free throws by Cole Cooper after getting the offensive board. 47-32, St. James. Right, drives, stops on a dime, looks for help, finds it top of the circle to Kolich. Kolich drives left, kicks far corner, fumbled, but then drive by Hornback. They'll go back outside to Kolich. They'll slow it down now. Right, near side, behind the back. Stops, cross-court feed, far side Peters. Thought about a deep 3, but instead just steps up. Shot clock at 10, Kolich. Turns, elbow, looks, 5 on the timer, deep 3, Peters, no. Long rebound, St. James gets it. And a fresh 35 into the corner, right for 3, got it. Jace Wright with his 3rd 3 of the game. He's got 9 points, and that came off an offensive board after, honestly, what I thought was their best defensive possession of the game. Now Pyle steps into a jumper and hits from the baseline. A long 2. Jet now with 16 points. 50-34 St. James. Cooper falls down off the screen from right. Kolich drives, kicks into the corner, right top of the key. Stutter steps, drives behind the back, kicks back far side. Kolich will try a 3. He hits it. Kolich from downtown, timeout McPherson. And it's a 19-point St. James Academy lead. A couple of big-time threes extend their lead. And with 4:07 to go, it's 53-34 St. James. We'll take a timeout with them. We're back in 30 seconds from the Roundhouse. This is Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
Whether you need annual HVAC maintenance or a high-quality, energy-efficient Lennox system, the trusted team at Gearing Home Services is committed to quality HVAC service and is proud to be rated 4.9 stars on Google. The professional certified technicians at Gearing Home Services deliver affordable rates on Lennox systems backed by a full 10-year warranty and provide options for every budget. Choose Gearing Home Services in Mound Ridge for all your Lennox HVAC needs. GearingHomeservices.com since 1897. Come see what a century worth of knowledge and customer service can do.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
53-34 St. James Academy. 4:07 to go, 3rd quarter. McPherson calls a timeout after back-to-back threes given up. 11 threes made by St. James Academy. 11 out of their 18 made baskets have been from behind the three-point line. McPherson, on the other hand, 11 made baskets total, and they're 3 from 12 from distance. 6 of those 11 shots made by Jet Pyle. And McPherson with the ball down by 19, largest deficit of the game. 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Malm stops on a dime, scans the floor, near side to Cooper, back to Malm near midcourt. Malm between the legs, stops, looks for help, finds it with Pyle. Malm now on the near side. Now Pyle, far side, gets a screen from Eli. Shot clock down to 10. Malm back out to Pyle. Deep 3. Misses. Rebound. Tipped by 2 Bullpups. And St. James comes down with it off the ricochet. Rebound by Abbasi. Near side crossover move by Davis. Kicks to the near corner. Kolich open for a 3. Misses. Rebound. Offensive rebound. Wright will try again. Missed that one too. Ball tipped, and we'll have a foul called on the Thunder. Foul will be on Peters, his 2nd. Team's 2nd of this 3rd quarter. McPherson has not been called for a foul yet in this quarter. Grady Ogden will come back in for St. James Academy. Dane Becker in for Cole Cooper for McPherson. 3:17 to go, 3rd quarter. 53-34, St. James Academy. Here comes Ashton Malm up the floor on the near side. Malm double team, kicks into the corner for Pyle. Bounce pass, Riesener. Not a clean catch. He fumbled it out of bounds, and it will go back to St. James. Believe it or not, just turnover number 6 on McPherson today. But St. James has hit shots when it has counted. Near side is Davis on the drive, and he's called for steps. And another St. James turnover, their 9th of the game. Now again, they had 23 yesterday against Bishop Carroll. which led them to them falling against the Golden Eagles. But they're looking to go for the 5th place game if they are able to pull off the win today. 2:40 to go, third quarter. 19-point St. James Academy advantage. McPherson has the ball. Malm crosses, hands off to Becker. Goes from left to right. Now far side, Pyle lost it, but collected by Pyle. Shot clock at 10. Pyle crosses, drives, steps back, fires, misses short. Rebound by the Thunder. Bossy with another rebound. He's got to be inching close to 10 boards. Near side on the drive, tough layup missed, but a lot of contact and a foul called. Eli is called for the foul. 2 free throws coming up for Grady Ogden. That's the 3rd foul on Eli. Team's first of this 3rd quarter. Ogden at the line for 2. His first trip today as a team. St. James shooting 6 of 10. First free throw rolls off. As the Thunder will head back to the bench to bring John Hornback back in, no pun intended, for Luke Kolich. Also, Cade Strathman will return for McPherson, and he'll come in for whom? For Paxton Ingalls. 2:12 to go, 3rd quarter. One more free throw coming up for Grady Ogden. 2nd free throw, good. 20-point St. James Academy lead, 54-34 the score with 2:10 to go, 3rd quarter. It's the first all-time meeting between these two schools, and it comes in the McPherson Invitational. Here's a lob and a lay-in by Eli, and one. Lob by Pyle. Riesener collects, scores, and a chance at a 3-point play. Eli's got 10 points. That foul called on Peters, his 3rd, team's 3rd of this 3rd quarter. A lot of thirds. Riesener is 4 for 4 at the stripe today. Can he go a perfect 5 for 5 so far? No, he can't. Misses. Rebound tipped, though. Strathman gets it. Hook shot way short. Rebound tipped. And here comes St. James Academy. Far side on the drive, ball lost, and they're going to call a foul on Strathman. Just team foul number 2 in the quarter for McPherson. And Cade's 2nd of the game. 54-36, St. James. And they'll throw it in on the baseline. They play it in far side, now a handoff in the corner for Davis. And a cross-court feed over the head of everybody. St. James will get it in the backcourt, and that is a backcourt violation. So good defensive play by McPherson, forcing yet another turnover, and the Bullpups get it back, but still trail by 18. Malm far side to Pyle. Looking for a screen from Strathman. Now Malm top of the circle with a jab step. Hop step far side Pyle. Drives, kick it to the corner. Ball tipped out of bounds, and it will stay with McPherson with 23 on the shot clock. 1:33 to go in the 3rd quarter, but McPherson trails by 18. Francis Hess back in for St. James Academy. Becker to throw it in. Plays it into Malm in the corner. Malm gets a screen, drives, fakes. Wants Eli, but the pass tipped and taken away by the Thunder. Hess with the steal, up the head of the floor, far side Davis. Kick far side, a drive, high pass, somehow finds Ogden, his 3 in and out. Tip follow is good by Hess. Back to a 20-point St. James lead, 56-36. Pyle drives, and he gets bumped on the drive. Some contact late, but no extra whistle, which I think good to have no extra whistle. Foul on Francis Hess, his 2nd, team's 4th. Next one puts McPherson in the bonus. KJ Harrison back in for Dane Becker for the Bullpups. 1:02 to go, 3rd quarter. 56-36 St. James Academy. Pyle looks, just throws it in, tried to throw it off of the backside of a Thunder player, but it deflected wrongly. It was stolen away, and a layup good, and a foul on the other end. Ogden laid it in, and Harrison will be called for the foul, and an and-one opportunity coming up for Ogden. 22-point St. James lead, 58-36. Cole Cooper back in for Ashton Malm, and free throw coming up for Ogden. A lot more of a low-scoring 3rd quarter, a 13-10, or rather now 15-10 advantage St. James Academy, and now 16-10 as Ogden hits the free throw. He's got 12 points, and it's 59-36 Thunder. 55 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Cooper drives baseline, high pass deflected and tipped away and stolen by St. James. 3-on-2 break inside, layup blocked from behind by Strathman and out of bounds. Good recovery by the senior Kate Strathman. It'll stay with St. James with 30 on the shot clock, 42.9 to go in the third quarter. Paxton Ingalls back in. He will replace Cole Cooper. St. James will throw it in. Davis will do the honors too. High pass. It'll go back to Davis, and an offensive foul called, an illegal screen on Neeson, his second, team's fifth, but it was an offensive foul while they had possession, so no free throws. 2 clock separated by 5.2 seconds here in this third quarter. 59-36. St. James leads McPherson. Pyle stops near side against the 2-3 zone. Harrison in the corner, bounce pass into Reasoner. Reasoner turns, leans in, did not have the angle, and Reasoner's called for steps. St. James gets it back, 26.4 to go third quarter. St. James with an incredible last 2 quarters after only leading by 1 at the end of the first. And St. James has the ball up by 23 now. 15 seconds to go, third quarter. Shot clock turned off. Davis controls the ball in the Bullpup logo. Now down to 8 with a screen. Near side, almost walked into the corner. Step up, cross-court feed. Far side, Hornback drives. Now back into the corner. At the buzzer, a 3, in and out. But that's the end of the third quarter. And it's 59-36, St. James Academy. We're back after this for the fourth quarter. Back in 30 seconds from the Roundhouse. This is Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
At People's Bank and Trust, we value our customers. We know you have plenty of choices for your mortgage loans, but we think we have what you're looking for, relationship banking. And if you're considering refinancing or purchasing a new home, check our competitive rates before you make that change. Your payments will be made at home, and you'll receive good personalized service. We've established many long-lasting relationships. Make a change, know your lender, and make your payments at home with People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
59-36 St. James Academy over McPherson through 3 quarters of play here in the McPherson Invitational. We're in the second consolation semifinal. The loser of this game will play Lawrence Free State in the 7th place game next Saturday at 9 a.m. Whoever wins faces off against Topeka Seaman in the 5th place game next Saturday at noon. And again, the game's next Saturday in conjunction with the Mid-America Classic in their final day. So the first game is at 9 a.m. Then they'll alternate back and forth, boys and girls. So there'll be 8 total games at the Roundhouse that day. St. James Academy with the ball to start off the fourth quarter. Hop step, kick inside, layup, short. Offensive rebound and another kick inside. Now far end, 3 on the way. No. And another offensive rebound by St. James Academy. Near side, Harrison gets a fingertip on the ball, but collected again. Another 3, far corner. That time it drops. Third time's the charm, and it goes down for Matthew Davis. And it's 62-36 St. James Academy. Pyle far side, steps back top of the key to Harrison. Now near side to Ingalls. Ball above his head. Ingalls gets a screen. Cross-court feed is tipped and taken away. Another St. James steal. On the drive all the way. Layup is missed, but a foul called on Strathman. He kind of just stood there in the low post, and that's a blocking foul all day. Well, they said shove foul. That should be a block, but either way, foul on Strathman, his first. And 2 free throws, or rather that's his third, team's first. 2 free throws coming up for Matthew Davis. He has 9 points today. Looking to be the third St. James player in double figures, but he misses the free throw, just grazing front iron. Correction, they say that's the 4th foul on Strathman. Ashton Malm, Cole Cooper check in for Paxton Ingalls and Cade Strathman. One more free throw coming up for Peters. Free throw misses. Correction, that's Davis. Rebounded by Reasoner. Cooper near side for McPherson. 7 minutes to go. McPherson trailing by 26. Malm top of the key. Spins at the free throw line. Steps up. Now fires and hits. First made basket for Ashton Malm today. He's got 3 points total. 62-38 St. James, 6:45 to go. Davis up the floor near side. A double team comes. Cross-court feed. What a pass. Kolich wide open three. Good. 16 points for Luke Kolich for St. James, and it's 65-38 now. 6.5 minutes left. Pyle gets a screen top of the key. Gets bumped. Now kicks far side. Ashton Malm kicks high pass. Reasoner backs down. Steps up. Lefty scoop shot misses. Rebounded by St. James. Kolich up the floor, weaves through, kick inside, now into the corner, extra pass, left wing, wide open three, no. Rebounded by Reasoner. Up ahead to Cooper, and he throws it away. Another St. James steal. Inside, a lefty layup is good in transition by Peters. 67-38. I'm not going to joke about the St. James score. 5:50 to go. Near side, now into the corner, Malm. He wants a three. Misses short. Rebound tipped. Taken by St. James. Kolich, coast to coast, and a 2-on-2. Kicks inside on the run. Layup, crawls home for Neeson. His first points of the game. 31-point St. James lead. 5.5 minutes left. Pyle crosses, drives all the way. Right-hand layup misses. Tip follow goes in for Reasoner. 12 points for Eli. Now on the other end, another transition layup given up, this time laid in by Davis. Timeout McPherson. 71-40, St. James Academy, 5:15 to go. We'll take a timeout with them. We're back in 30 seconds from the Roundhouse. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball as part of coverage of midseason tournament weeks, brought to you by Hutch CC on Ad Astra Radio.
Calling all future Tigers. Central Christian College of Kansas is recruiting athletes in every sport who want more than just a roster spot. At Central, you'll find competitive athletics, tight-knit teams, supportive professors, and a campus community that feels like home. Ready to play with passion and purpose? Ready to be a part of something bigger? Learn more and connect with coaches now at ccctigers.com. Central Christian College. Be a Tiger.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
31-point lead for St. James Academy, their largest lead of the day, 71-40 the score. McPherson trailed only 16-15 at the end of one. Since that point, it is a 55-25 run by St. James Academy. And St. James on the game shooting 25 of 52 for 48%, 13 of 31, 42%. A little bit lower numbers than they had at the end of the first half, but either way, they're scoring in droves today. They're also winning the rebounding battle, which I'll get to in a moment. Pyle drives all the way, right-hand floater crawls in. 18 points for Jet Pyle for McPherson. Less than 5 minutes to go, top of the key. Stutter step move, Neeson drives, kick top of the circle, Kolich. Now kick far corner, no look pass, left wing. Fake by Hess, he steps up. Layup was, or correction, a pass was tipped and then thrown off the foot of Ashton Malm and a kick ball. So that will keep the ball with St. James with a fresh shot clock. 71-42, St. James Academy leads. Deep inbound, far side, finds Peters. Peters crosses, high pass into the near corner, fumbled out of bounds by Hess, who looked at the basket rather than the ball when he tried to catch it. So McPherson with the ball. Jet Pyle leads with 18. Eli Reasoner has 12. Also team high 6 rebounds for the freshman. Pyle drives all the way, misses the layup, but a foul called. Got hit on the arm. He'll shoot 2. Foul called on Francis Hess, his third. Pyle at the line. He's 1 for 2 today. 7 of 17 on the floor. 3 of 8 from deep. First free throw missed. Just short. Brady Ogden back in for St. James Academy. 3 players for St. James in double figures, another with 9 points, that being Jace Wright with 9. Second free throw misses as well, rebounded by St. James. Eli Reasoner is at the scorer's table. Kolich with the ball, far side, kick to the near wing. Plattner for three, misses. Offensive rebound again. Jab step move on the drive. Kolich scoops it home. 18 points for Luke Kolich to lead the Thunder. And that rebound has been the epitome, that offensive rebound of this game. It's a 37-20 advantage to St. James Academy, including 16 offensive rebounds. Far side, Pyle will try a three, and he hit it. Tough guarded three-pointer by Jet Pyle, and Coach Kinnaman will call a timeout. But Pyle got it to go from distance at 73-45, St. James Academy, 3:47 to go. We'll take another timeout at the Roundhouse. We're back in 30 seconds, listening to Bullpup Basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
Kansas. Trust the power of blue for your CanCare plan. Families trust Healthy Blue for doctor visits and prescriptions. New and expecting moms trust Healthy Blue for pregnancy support. And Healthy Blue provides extra benefits for your whole family. Choose the brand Kansans have trusted for more than 80 years. Visit choosehealthyblue.com/KS for more details. Trust the power of blue.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
73-45 St. James Academy here in this morning basketball matchup of the McPherson Invitational. If McPherson unable to pull off what would be a miracle comeback, they'll play next Saturday at 9 a.m. against Lawrence Free State for 7th place. But before that, they are still scheduled to play El Dorado on Tuesday. So bear that in mind, and what would be just the boys matchup as the girls would get ready for the Mid-America Classic. Deep inbound the other end, intercepted by Malm. Malm with the steal, he pushes up the floor. Hops up at the free throw line, kick in, Riesener, open layup, good. 73-47, St. James Academy with 3.5 minutes left. Plattner kicks near midcourt to Peters. Now far side to Wright, guarded by Riesener. Wright goes between the legs. Kolich on the near side with a jab step move. Now he drives, kick in. The lefty layup is good by Emmett Peters. He's got 9 points. 75-47 St. James. Pyle on the far side. Gets a screen from Riesener. Pyle now far corner to Cooper. Cooper with a jab step, bounce pass Riesener. Fakes a pass a couple of times. Now he'll back in, fake, shoot, misses short. Malm tries to keep it alive, but it will go to St. James. Far end, Wright drives, lost the handle, ball tipped out of bounds off St. James Academy. It'll go to McPherson. It's 2:41 to go, 75-47 St. James Academy. Dane Beckard will check in. He'll check in for Ashton Malm for McPherson. Jet Pyle at the floor. Team high 21 points for the senior. Now he'll try another three. That one's short. Rebounded by St. James. Ball tipped by Harrison out of bounds, though. Coach Kinnaman will give him praises for that, for tipping that one out of bounds, and it will stay with St. James Academy. 2:28 left. And the Thunder to throw it in the backcourt. It's been a terrific shooting day for them, but the rebounding battle has been probably the biggest story now. Because in the second half, the three-point shots have kind of dwindled down. But here's a cross-court feed just as I say that. Plattner for three scores. I just had to jinx it, didn't I? The 6-foot junior Plattner, who did not play until this fourth quarter, gets his first points of the game. Pyle near side to Becker. Bounce pass into Riesener. Ball poke loose. He got it back. Steps up. Fakes. Now tough shot. Misses, but a foul called. And Riesener will shoot two. 14 points, 6 rebounds for Eli Riesener. But the biggest story I mentioned with the rebounds. 40-20 advantage St. James Academy. 4 Bullpups head to the scorer's table. Eli hits the first free throw. Crew Buckman, Carter Melton, Drake Timpson, Trip Pelzel all check in for everybody except, I was about to say everybody except for Riesener, but Melton then went back to the scorer's table. And multiple subs for St. James now. Mikey Mangini, Corey Kirkner, Jake Phelps, Francis Hess, and Luke Kolich are the 5 on the floor. Second free throw for Reasoner is good. Now he'll sub out as Carter Melton will come in. Here comes St. James Academy with less than 2 minutes to go. Kolich drives, shoots, misses. Rebound tipped inside. And another offensive rebound for the Thunder. Kolich will try a 3. Short. Rebound fought for. St. James gets it back, but Pelzel gets a fingertip on it. We'll have a foul called on St. James Academy. Team foul number 3 in this quarter. And that is on Mangini's first. Or that is on Mangini, his first. And now checking in. We'll see who checked in, but Luke Kolich subbed out. Pelzel with the ball, drives, kick far side. Melton tries a 3, misses short, didn't really have the footing. And it's rebounded by St. James. Mangini up the floor, top of the key to Kirkner. Back to the near side, jab step. Mangini lost the handle. Becker steals it away. 2 on 3, and then a reach-in foul called on St. James Academy. 4th team foul. Next one puts McPherson in the bonus. Foul on Mangini, his second. Back-to-back fouls called on him. Becker will throw it into Buckman on the near corner. Buckman stop and go. Now Pelzel between the circles. 1:05 to go, so it appears McPherson will play against Lawrence Free State for 7th place next Saturday at 9 a.m. Get your coffee ready for that matchup. Lefty floater good by Dane Becker, driving in the low post, and Dane gets his first points of the game. 78-51, St. James. Mangini drives all the way. Now kick out far side. Phelps. Inside, tough layup, misses. Rebound tap back, and a foul called on McPherson with 41.7 to go. 2 clock separated by 6 seconds. Carter Melton called for the foul, his first team second of this 4th quarter, but 41.7 to go, and they'll play it in far side. Phelps drives, held up, layup, misses, rebounded by Timpson for McPherson. 35 seconds left. The 2 clocks are just about dead even. But McPherson will lose their second straight, fall to 6-7 on the year. St. James will finally break a 3-game losing streak and move to 8-5. They'll face Topeka Seaman for 5th place next Saturday. Becker step back 3, misses, rebound St. James. Shot clock is off, and they'll give it up ahead. The McPherson coaches say back off, don't foul, and St. James will hold the ball to the bitter end for McPherson. They'll get some time before playing against El Dorado on Tuesday, and they'll look to get some momentum their way before facing off against Free State on Saturday. Final score, St. James Academy 78, McPherson 51. The Bullpup Locker Room Show is coming up after this. This is Bullpup Basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
Coverage of Bullpup Basketball continues next with the Bullpup Locker Room Show. Stay tuned as we name tonight's play and player of the game. The McPherson Bullpups play on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
At Midway Motors, we are here for you for every mile of life. Whether you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or selling one, Midway Motors will buy your vehicle even if you're not in the market to buy one of ours. Just stop by one of our 5 locations and one of our appraisers will evaluate your vehicle and you can leave with a check the same day. It's fast and easy. Visit MidwayMotors.com for more information. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
Whether you want a small home remodel or need repairs done or have a brand new build project in mind, Erickson Custom Building is your choice. All of us at Erickson Custom Building would like to thank our customers for 20 years of business and friendship. Brian and the crew at Erickson have spent those years developing excellent customer service and quality leadership for all types of projects, big or small, traditional or trendy. When your project is finished, it will reflect your vision for quality and follow-through that exceeds your expectations, not your budget. Call Erickson Custom Building or find us on the web at ericksoncustomBLDG.com.
of the most important elements of success is knowing when to expand and when to focus on strengthening what you have. At People's Bank and Trust, we've done just that over the years, ensuring that we always have a solid base to provide for our customers and our community. At People's Bank and Trust, we never promise more than we can deliver, and what we deliver is safe, sound, reliable banking that puts you first. Let us put our experience to work for you and your family. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Winter chores don't stop, and neither do you. With a new John Deere Gator utility vehicle from Prairie Land Partners, getting the job done is a whole lot more comfortable. A heated cab that seats 3, a redesigned customizable cargo box, plus 4-wheel drive with up to 4,000 pounds of towing, making a machine you'll want to climb into. Special financing offers are available. Stop by or learn more online at prairielandpartners.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Prairie Land Partners. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome to the Bullpup Locker Room Show. McPherson falls 78-51 to St. James Academy here in the consolation semifinal of the McPherson Invitational Tournament. They will play for 7th place next Saturday at 9 a.m. against Lawrence Free State. So it'll be Bullpups versus Firebirds in that matchup. McPherson loses 2 straight. They're 6-7 on the year now, and St. James Academy puts an end to a 3-game losing streak. They're now 8-5 on the year. St. James Academy will face Topeka Seaman in the 5th place game next Saturday, the 31st at noon. And again, if you missed it earlier this week, that is because of the schedule change with the McPherson Invitational due to the winter storm heading our way tonight and throughout the weekend. And they moved up the games today to make sure everybody can go home safely. Of course, St. James Academy from around the KC area, Lawrence Free State, Topeka Seaman, both played earlier today. They're both likely on their way home now. And then, of course, Hutchinson and Derby are about to tip off for the first semifinal. The other semifinal is Blue Valley versus Wichita Bishop Carroll. But either way, in this one, McPherson shoots 18 of 47 for 38%, 4 of 18 from deep, that's 22%, 11 of 17 at the free throw line for 65%. Leading scorer is Jet Pyle, 21 points, shooting 8 of 19 on the floor, 4 for 10 from deep. Eli Reasoner with 16 points, team high 6 rebounds, shooting 5 of 10 and 6 for 7 at the free throw line. 9 points for Cole Cooper, shooting 3 of 6 on the floor. 3 points for Ashton Malm, and then 2 points for Dane Becker. For St. James Academy, their leading scorer was Luke Kolich. He had 18 points, plus a team high 9 assists. 13 points for Grady Ogden off the bench, shooting 4 of 7. Matthew Davis, 11 points, shooting 4 for 6 off the bench. 9 points for Jinx Wright. 9 points for Emmett Peters, 6 for Francis Hess. 3 apiece for John Hornbeck, Cooper Plattner, and then 2 points for Luke Neeson. And then Luke Bossy finished with 4 points, but he had a team high 10 rebounds for St. James Academy. McPherson had 6 assists on 18 made baskets, 12 turnovers, 3 blocks, 5 steals, 23 rebounds in total, 5 offensive, 18 defensive. For St. James Academy, they had 43 rebounds, 15 offensive, 17 defensive, 19 assists on 28 made baskets, 15 turnovers, 2 blocks, 10 steals. So those are the numbers for this game. McPherson falls by a final score of 78-51. Before we bring you our Hub Brick Oven play of the game, we'd like to thank the Bradbury Company, the Hub, MTC, Gearing Hardware, Hutchinson Community College, Alliance Agency, APAC Shears, Raleigh Insurance, McPherson Dental Care, Pile Law, The Finished, Tallgrass Turf Solutions, McPherson Center for Health, McPherson Laundry, Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers, and Pools Plus. The Hub Brick Oven play of the game was that lob from Jet Pyle into Eli Reasoner for the layup and one. He did not convert on the free throw, but that was a terrific athletic play to try to have McPherson cut into the deficit. Even though they would fall by 27 today, that was a big-time play. So that's the Hub Brick Oven play of the game, featuring their world-famous Brick Oven Pizza. Get your grub at the Hub, located 100 South Christian in Mound Ridge. We'll make our People's Bank and Trust player of the game, Jet Pyle, with a team-high 21 points, shooting 4 of 10 from distance. So he is the People's Bank and Trust player of the game. Community banking at its best with 21 locations in Kansas. This is People's Country. Final thoughts and the thoughts of head coach Kurt Kinnaman coming up after this here in the Bullpup Locker Room Show. Again, McPherson falls 78-51 over St. James Academy in the consolation semifinal. They will play for 7th place next Saturday. We're back after this. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
More of the Bullpup Locker Room Show is next. Listen all season for McPherson Bullpups basketball on Ad Astra Radio. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. The McPherson Bullpups play here.
At McPherson Laundry and Dry Cleaners, we take pride in helping our customers look good, and we're proud to be a part of downtown McPherson with drop-off and pickup services now at A5 Western. We can save you time with our laundry service and offer specialty services as well, including wedding dress cleaning and preservation, bedding, drapes, and blankets. Drop off and pick up from McPherson Laundry and Dry Cleaners at A5 Western in downtown McPherson.
Life's better when you're under our roof because our agents can help you choose insurance to help protect what matters most. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family can have the help they need to continue to pursue their dreams.
Visit your local American Family Insurance agent, Steve Barr, at 807 North Main, McPherson.
Products not available in all states. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
American Family Insurance.
Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers is all about the good and creating more of it. More drive-through celebrations, more weekend traditions, more family dinners and lunches, more car picnics and road trips, more desserts, maybe more second desserts. More celebrating being together as much as we can. There's always room for more good and more Freddy's. Keep the good going with a taste that brings you back.
Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers in Hutchinson and McPherson.
Most people know you have to change the engine oil regularly, but did you know that there are at least 4 other fluids that need serviced at regular intervals? These include transmission, power steering, brake, transfer cases, and more. Even hybrids require regular maintenance to maximize fuel economy and reduce costly repair bills. Come see the professional service team at Jarrett Automotive to make sure your car is in tip-top condition.
When it's time to give your car some kale, come to Jar. We'll see you there.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back for the final time here at the Roundhouse here tonight tonight, it's 1 in the afternoon. The Bullpup boys fall 78-51 to St. James Academy here today as McPherson will play for 7th place next week. The loss for McPherson falls them to 6-7 on the year. St. James Academy improves to 8-5 on the season after finally snapping a 3-game losing streak. And again, a reminder, next Saturday will be the conjunction of the McPherson Invitational Mid-America Classic. The boys will start off and they'll kind of alternate 7th place boys, 7th place girls, 5th place boys, 5th place girls, so on and so forth, all the way to the end of the evening. So don't forget about that. But again, McPherson, their next game will be on Tuesday as they play against El Dorado. But for the McPherson Invitational next Saturday, they will take on Lawrence Free State. Joining us now on the headset is head coach Kurt Kinnaman. And Coach, just I'll let you have the floor, just your overall thoughts on the game.
Let me have the floor, all right. Well, believe it or not, in a 27-point loss, I feel better about that one than I did last night. Our effort was better. We ran back. We talked a little bit better. Yeah, it's like I told them in the locker room. You know, early on, what plagued us was offensive rebounding, giving up offensive rebounds. We kind of got that fixed. And then all of a sudden we can't run back. So then we get that fixed, and we give up 17 offensive rebounds. I mean, that is an astronomical number. We had 0 offensive rebounds by an individual the first half. We had 1 team rebound for an offensive rebound. Now, part of that is we were conscious of running back, so we had to do that. But we got to find a happy medium of being able to go to the offensive glass. We got to find a way to get easier shots. You know, the baskets that we made were just, you know, outstanding plays by Jed or Eli. We didn't get anything out of offense where we got easy buckets. And I want to give St. James credit. You know, they are, how in the world they ever lost to Hutchinson, I have no idea, because they are really, really good. And you know, we seem to bring the best out in people being able to shoot it. We tried to play, you know, we've always been a one pass away, denial. That's always been my philosophy, and I felt like we'd have a hard time containing St. James off the bounce. And so we went to what we call house defense, which is a gap defense. And we still couldn't keep the ball in front of us. And when we did, they would kick it, and we would help, and they'd make a three. So, you know, we're going to have to work on, you know, I don't know whether it's a complete sellout and to run them off the line and make them put it on the floor, or, you know, what that is. But obviously, we got to get better. You know, games like this, I still contend make you better than beating up on, you know, an inferior opponent. But at the same time, you know, this is a team at what are we now, 6 and 7 maybe? Mm-hmm. It's a team that's a little bit fragile confidence-wise. So, you know, and if you look at our schedule, you got Collegiate, who may be the best team in the state, any class, and you got Andale, who's physically tough. So in a game where there's no fouls called, they're tough. And then you got Hayes, who's got a great big kid, who's a bad matchup. You know, and then you get to play Free State next, what, Friday night at 1 or
it
Friday
might be Friday,
afternoon.
yeah. It will be Friday,
yeah,
that's
Friday
right.
At 1 o'clock. So, we'll get a scout ready. You know, it's been such a weird year. You know, when are we playing? What are we doing? Are we going to have a court? And then we get, you know, weather for this tournament, and now we're going to have to play on Friday, and then Tuesday, you know, I think Monday school probably looks in jeopardy if I was guessing. So then you don't practice going into your next game where you want to have a really solid scouting walkthrough and everything. So it's very unusual. What an odd atmosphere here today. Yeah,
Still wasn't bad for an 11:30 a.m. game, though.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's not. You can't have that as an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom line is we got our butts whipped by a better team. So, but we'll keep working, and that's all you can do. Just keep sawing wood.
Sounds good. Well, you know, you mentioned you probably won't get a whole lot of chance to practice on Monday if school's in jeopardy. The same can probably be said for El Dorado, though. So I don't know if that kind of puts things in perspective to say, hey, you know, it'll probably be, you know, just about even keel on that. Because, I mean, heck, El Dorado's probably going to get hit worse than we are, and that's saying something because of how much we're going to get hit.
Yeah. Well,
so,
you know, I'm still hoping that the weatherman missed.
Oh, we all are.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Lane.
Coach, thank you so much. Again, we'll see Coach on Tuesday. Yeah, I totally forgot about this upcoming Friday, which we would play Free State. We, as in McPherson, and that's because Free State is playing in an 8-10 showcase next Saturday. So they would have to. I feel bad for them. They'd have to come down here, back home, then around Kansas City area, I think, is where it's going to be. But, yeah, that is correct. Friday at 1 o'clock this upcoming week is when McPherson will play Lawrence Free State because of that little schedule interface. So that's how it will go this upcoming week. So no 9 a.m. tip-off, so my apologies on that. They play Lawrence Free State, which means that they would play at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday. So, again, bear that in mind, and we'll make sure the schedule is set accordingly for that. Well, Well, thank you so much for tuning in for your Friday morning. And before we say goodbye, we'd like to thank some of our sponsors. Those include Mid-Kansas Credit Union, Bullseye Irrigation, the Pusquan Terra Financial Crop Insurance, The Good Merchant, So Swedish, Wave Tech Roofing, and Central Christian College. Special thanks to Mitchell Bruce in the studio for helping out, especially with the crazy week that we've had all week long at Ad Astra Radio. So thanks so much for him for helping out for that. And a live stream coordinator, Jeremy Snap. This is Lane Gillespie. Thank you so much for tuning in here today. We will see you again on Tuesday when the Bullpup boys take on El Dorado, and then it will be the Mid-America Classic Thursday through Saturday. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll have more high school basketball coverage coming up later on KMCP. The Hillsboro Trojan Classic will be at 4:30. We'll have a game broadcasting there between the Mound Ridge boys, and let me double check who they are going to play just to keep that in mind, but it is the Mound Ridge boys that we will have on KMCP at around 4:30, as Preston Buznitz will have the coverage for that for you later today. They will face off against Salina Sacred Heart. So again, tune in later today for that game here on KMCP, and then tonight for the high school basketball scoreboard show at 10:30. But for everybody, this is Lane Gillespie. Thanks so much for tuning in here today. We'll see you again on Tuesday. This has been a presentation of McPherson High School basketball as part of midseason tournament weeks presented by Hutch CC on 98.9, 1540 KMCP.
At Midway Motors, we are here for you for every mile of life. Whether you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or selling one, Midway Motors will buy your vehicle even if you're not in the market to buy one of ours. Just stop by one of our 5 locations and one of our appraisers will evaluate your vehicle and you can leave with a check the same day. It's fast and easy. Visit MidwayMotors.com for more information. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
Your home for McPherson Bullpup basketball, 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. For more Bullpup coverage, find exclusive stories and streaming audio online at adastraradio.com or download the Ad Astra Radio app. This has been a presentation of the Ad Astra Sports Network, leading the way in regional sports coverage. It's basketball season, and that means the McPherson Bullpups are on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.